Well, welcome, ladies and gents. The saga of Ezra Miller continues. He's pled guilty. This is to his trespassing and burglary case in Vermont, and will actually be serving 1 year probation. Now, I did an update on this, I don't know, a few days ago, and I mean, it is just a shit show. I mean, this is a super rich guy stealing liquor, or, well, yeah, I mean, he stole a bunch of liquor from a neighbour in May. Like, what are you doing? Obviously, we know he's having a meltdown. We get that. And there's multiple sort of facets to the conversation. But he's definitely getting off lightly. So he was charged for stealing liquor from a Vermont neighbour in May. He's entered a plea deal, even though there's footage of him doing it. So it's categorically, yeah, he did it. He initially pleaded not guilty. Now he's pleading guilty. And he's managed to take a plea deal. Why? Like, it's cut and dry. But anyway, he's entered a plea deal for a reduced sentence of trespassing, and that was accepted Friday by a Superior Court judge in the Green Mountain State. Why was that even accepted? And again, it goes down to special privileges. It just is what it is. So he had to pay $500, which, that's a joke. He's a millionaire, but okay. I'm not saying, it needs to be one rule for one for the other. But just like tax to a certain degree, if you are so brazen in your sort of attitude to life as a rich, essentially nonce, then yeah, you should probably be charged more, because $500 is a deterrent to a lot of people. That sum of money is not a deterrent to someone like Ezra Miller, and that's why you have that sort of figure, and why it should go up, I think, for people of considerable wealth. But anyway, he's going to serve 1 year on administrative probation. So the court will impose the sentence here. We accepted your plea of guilty, even though they didn't need to. We will impose the fine here, $500, and the same sentence of 80 to 90 days, which is all suspended with probation. Now, obviously, he was never going to go to jail. The term of probation will be 1 year. Superior Court Judge Kerry A. McDonald Cady told the black suit-clad actor who appeared in the Bennington VT court this morning. Oh, I see. So you can appear in court in Vermont, you nonce, but you can't turn up in Hawaii after you throw a chair at someone's head. A woman's head, might I add. Oh, okay, good. That makes sense. I see. Cool. As part of the plea agreement here, the state will dismiss without prejudice counts 1 and 2 of the burglary and petty larceny. There's footage of it? You'll be on administrative probation for 1 year for the unlawful trespass that you'll be pleading guilty to. And if you complete the probation successfully and the probation is closed and discharged, count 1 will remain dismissed. McDonald Cady told the non-binary Miller, who was addressed as Mix Miller. Mix Miller? What is that? Is that his rapper name now? Mix Miller? It's his stage name. Is he going to start dropping a mixtape on us? For fuck's sake. This morning. However, if there's a violation of probation that was filed that a court found probable cause for, the state could refile the count 1 burglary. Anyway, Ezra Miller pled guilty this morning to a misdemeanor unlawful trespass in Vermont Superior Court and accepted the conditions imposed by the court. Ezra would like to thank the court and the community for their trust and patience throughout this process, and would once again like to acknowledge the love and support they have received from their family and friends who continue to be a vital presence in their ongoing mental health. Clearly not that much of a vital presence if his mental health has deteriorated so much that he's become an absolute out-and-out reprobate, but okay. For fuck's sake. What? The staggering lack of self-awareness here is just insane. I'd like to thank the community for their trust and patience. Stop robbing people, you knob. What are you doing? They don't trust you. What are they going to trust you with? I don't understand it. Absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense. So, you know, as I say about this whole situation, he's definitely getting off light because of who he is, and you know, being part of the alphabeti spaghetti mafia. We all know that. The Flash star was originally charged with 3 counts of burglary, petty larceny, and trespassing in a May 1st incident that involved Miller breaking into Stanford VT neighbour Isaac Winokur's pantry, in which he lifted a bottle of gin, a bottle of vodka, and a bottle of rum. Vermont State Police didn't locate Miller to issue a citation until August 7th. And you know why that is? Because he was off gallivanting around Hawaii, causing a ruckus there. Do they not take any of this stuff into account? Between states, I guess. Do they not go, oh, this guy's actually been a knob for like the past year, has actually caused more damage to humans than shark attacks do on a ratio basis. We should probably get him under lock and key. No? All right. And then we've got this nonsense from the judge. The conditions are about mental health, substance-free living, and no contact with Mr. Winokur, his neighbour. Miller must register with the Department of Corrections in Vermont, notify the probation officer of his current address each month, and notify probation within 72 hours if probable cause is found for a new criminal offence during term of probation. Miller can't drink alcohol beverages to the extent that it interferes with his employment, the welfare of the actor's family, or himself, or any other person per the judge. The actor will have to submit to breath alcohol tests per request of his probation officer. Miller will also have to let the probation officer know the location of their job and employment. This is a shame. You know, Vermont Deputy State Attorney Alexander Burke of the Bennington State Attorney's Office and Winokur said Winokur is in support of this resolution. It protects his privacy interests without having to go forward with trial, as well as ensures continued mental health treatment for the defendant. It essentially acts as a deferred sentence on the felony matter, which was the design of the agreement, which will continue to allow the defendant to engage in his employment that he chooses to engage in. The crime was one of several tabloid incidents. Again, I don't want to get into the rest of the stuff. I've always done that. And they just keep saying they just keep saying the same stuff as before. So, look, this is nonsense. Has been nonsense for a while. But there's the update. Let me know what you guys think down below. Cheers, take care.